Welcome to this explainer on the AI World Cup. Now, I am absolutely thrilled to dive into this one with you because the 2026 World Cup is coming up fast, and it is going to look, feel, and operate like literally nothing we've ever seen before. We're talking about a massive, sweeping technological revolution, all driven by artificial intelligence. Today, we're breaking down exactly how AI is completely transforming this global event, changing everything from how organizers manage physical stadium logistics to how you experience the game right from your living room sofa.
Okay, let's just look at the sheer scale of the 2026 tournament for a second, because it's honestly staggering. We are talking about 3 host countries, 48 competing teams, 104 matches, and an estimated 6 billion fans tuning in from around the globe. Operating an event of that magnitude manually, it's simply no longer viable. So advanced tech isn't just some fun add-on this time around. It is absolutely necessary to keep the whole operation running smoothly.
But look, whenever we bring up new technology in football, we have to address the elephant in the room. The Football Supporters Association recently surveyed fans, and the results are pretty wild. A whopping 94% of fans believe the current video assistant referee system, or VAR, has actually made the sport worse. In fact, 3/4 of fans just want the current version scrapped entirely. You're probably sitting there nodding right now, remembering the last time your team was totally robbed by a bad call. So you might be wondering, how is adding more AI to the mix actually going to solve these deep frustrations?
Well, that is exactly what we're going to uncover. Here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're taking a macro to micro journey today, starting with Part 1, the AI World Cup, moving into managing massive stadium crowds, upgrading your living room, building 3D player avatars, and finally, fixing those controversial VAR calls.
All right, Part 1, the AI World Cup. Lenovo is stepping in as FIFA's technology partner here, and they're bringing a massive revolution to the tournament. We're moving way beyond just sticking a few extra cameras on a stadium roof.
Moving right into Part 2, managing massive stadium crowds. Let's start with the big macro picture, the physical stadiums themselves. Trying to manage safety and logistics across 16 different physical venues spread across an entire continent is basically a logistical nightmare waiting to happen if you don't have the right systems.
To solve this, organizers are using a brilliant concept that I recently learned about called a digital twin. Basically, it's a real-time virtual replica of a physical stadium, and they're building these digital replicas for all 16 venues. This means that instead of relying on isolated security teams blindly radioing each other, organizers can oversee the entire 3-country tournament from one single unified command center, keeping an eye on crowd conditions and managing safety dynamically. So how does this digital twin actually translate to your physical experience? Well, if you're attending a match, the AI tools in that command center are interpreting real-time feeds to help guide you. It powers real-time wayfinding to get you to your seat safely. It monitors bad weather, unplanned disruptions, and, crucially, security and entry queues. Think back to those recent nightmare security lines at the US Open, where fans literally missed parts of the event. What's wild to think about is that this AI is designed specifically to prevent that kind of thing by predicting bottlenecks and rerouting crowds instantly.
Which brings us to Part 3, upgrading your living room. Getting fans into the stadium safely is awesome, but let's shift to the micro level and see how this dramatically changes the broadcast.
Because reality check, the vast majority of us, billions of fans, aren't navigating stadium security. We're watching from the couch. So how does this massive tech deployment actually improve the game on your television screen? If you watch the Premier League, you definitely know the pain of squinting at a jittery, blurry screen trying to interpret some pixelated elbow to see if a player was offside. It is thoroughly underwhelming. Well, Lenovo's new AI-upgraded feeds are designed to smooth all of that out. By embedding their tech, they're able to reduce that distracting video jitter by up to 50%, all while maintaining resolutions over 1K and incredibly high speeds. You'll actually be able to see exactly what the ref sees, cleanly and clearly. All right, on to Part 4, building 3D player avatars. This is where we get into the most fascinating visual upgrade of all. The exact mechanics of how AI renders the players on your screen and how this directly attacks that broken VAR system. Now, this part absolutely blew my mind, the sheer level of personalization here. Right now, when a referee looks at an offside simulation, they usually see this generic anodyne humanoid figure. It doesn't look like the player, doesn't really move like them. But for 2026, every single player from all 48 teams has been individually virtually scanned. The system is replacing those generic models with exact 3D virtual replicas of the specific athletes. Let's break down exactly how they do this, because it's way more than just a photograph.
First, they 3D scan the player to an accuracy of 1 to 2 millimeters. From that, they map roughly 10,000 unique data points across the player's body. And because these points are separated by just a millimeter or two, they create what's called a data mesh. I found this absolutely fascinating. It means the computer can perfectly track exactly where a specific player's shoulder or knee is at any given millisecond. It factors in their exact height, weight, and unique shape.
And this distinction is incredibly important for you to understand as a viewer. When you see this on your screen at home, you are not just looking at a standard video replay, which is basically an optical interpretation of a flat 2D camera feed. No, you are looking at a highly precise mathematical simulation. It's built using extremely high frame rate cameras and sensor data to recreate the exact physics of the moment. It's actually a lot like how Hawkeye works in tennis, where you're watching a tracked simulation of the ball's trajectory rather than just a flat video of the ball itself.
And that brings us to our final section, Part 5, Fixing Controversial VAR Calls. Let's look at how these highly accurate avatars aim to finally solve the core frustrations of modern referee. As the experts at Gemini Sports point out, the real controversy with VAR today isn't actually about the cameras. The camera tech is totally fine. The real issue, the thing that drives players and fans absolutely crazy, is the workflow. It's those opaque, mind-numbing 3 to 4 minute delays where everyone is just standing around waiting for a blurry offside line to be manually drawn. Those delays completely break the tactical momentum, the rhythm, and the energy of the whole game. It's a design problem, not a camera problem.
So the crucial point here is how these new 3D avatars fix that workflow. By tracking a 10,000-point data mesh for every single player, the AI introduces true mathematical objectivity. It completely eliminates the need for some human sitting in a booth to manually draw arbitrary offside lines across a jittery screen. The system already knows exactly where the player's unique shoulder is, down to the millimeter, in real time. This allows for rapid decisions, keeping the flow of the game intact, and ultimately, it restores fan confidence that the call was objectively correct. Because at the end of the day, no fan actually wants bad calls, right? Think back to the historic blunders that literally shaped the sport's history. You've got Diego Maradona's infamous hand of God in the '86 quarterfinal, or Frank Lampard's devastating missed goal line call against Germany back in 2010. We brought in goal line technology to solve the Lampard problem, and now, for 2026, AI is bringing that exact same level of instant, objective precision to offsides and complex on-field interactions to prevent another hand of God. But I know exactly what some of you purists out there are thinking. Are we analyzing the soul right out of the game? Are we turning football into a spreadsheet? Interestingly, experts working with teams on this very tech actually acknowledge this tension. As one machine learning engineer noted, while AI can absolutely quantify a player's runs and mathematically track their movements, it can never replace pure human instinct. AI cannot replicate or predict the sheer, unquantifiable magic of Lionel Messi deciding in a split second to just dribble past 10 players. If an algorithm could perfectly predict every great moment, well, the sport wouldn't even be worth watching. So we are left standing at this fascinating crossroads. As we gear up for a World Cup managed by digital twins and populated on our TV screens by millimeter-accurate 3D player avatars, we have to ask, will this absolute mathematical objectivity finally make us trust and maybe even love the refereeing process? Or is the beautiful, entirely unpredictable human magic of football destined to always resist the numbers? It is definitely something to keep in mind the next time you watch a call get overturned. Thanks for learning with us on this explainer, and keep exploring.